Well, the battalion commander got the whole regiment together one time and talked, and he said, we were the honor group. We had the honor of being the first wave on Omaha Beach. There was, I think it was 33. I was the last guy in, and we were supposed to sit. But there was just a spot for my number 9s, and so I stood. And I saw a lot more than a lot of guys, other guys didn't. But when we got close to shore, where we could see pretty good, there were rocket ships. And they just had tier on tier of rockets, and they covered that whole beach. I thought, you know, I don't know, maybe every 10 yards one of those rockets landed. And you'd have thought there'd be nobody there, you know. But of course, when we got there, because of the pillboxes, they were shooting. And I just had made up my mind, and consequently, I was the last guy in. I was the back of the thing, you know, and the ramp goes down in front. So I had to wait, you know, till the guys ahead of me got out. And I was pretty worried about that, because I figured if a machine gun happened to be zeroed in on you, because you're just sitting there, you know, you're just sitting duck. But there did nothing hit us there. We made that. I only stepped in about ankle deep water for a lot of guys. I figured I'd drown because first place I couldn't swim, and we carried so much weight. A lot of people don't know this. Men were expendable, but weapons were not. My mortar had a Mae West life preserver on it. You see, so in case I fell, why somebody could maybe use that weapon. I just kind of zigged and zagged, and at one time I glanced down and it looked like small arms, like bullets hitting the gravel right in front of my feet, but it never did hit me. And then we got on there was a kind of I called it a chalk cliff, about 12, 15 foot high, and we got behind that, and then of course direct fire couldn't hit us. And that was at 7:30 in the morning when we hit the beach. Supposed to land at 7, we were late, and we didn't land where we were supposed to. We were quite a ways off from where we were supposed to have been, and it was just utter confusion, you know. That beach, after the tide was in, you had to watch where you put your foot, or you'd have stepped on a dead or wounded person. It was covered with bodies, you know. But anyhow, I set up the gun, and the machine guns were kind of chattering around, and nothing right over us or at us where we were. But all at once I looked back right where we came from the beach, and there was grass about 3 foot high or so, and there was a guy squatting there, and all I could make out was the white of his face. And I kind of reached for my pistol, and I thought, oh, you dummy. At 45, I doubt if the bullet would have went that far, and if it did, you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn that far away, you know. So I never did draw my pistol, but about that time I seen the puff of smoke, and I was sitting in when I was on the edge of this hedgerow, and there was a ditch, and I was sitting on my right foot, and my knee was pointing right at this guy, and just tore my leg open here and went in here, and it was just under the skin, my buttocks back here. And I didn't know that at that time, you know. And anyhow, we were in this same place the rest of the afternoon, and that evening the few that were left moved out, and they told me that they laid me out in an open area, and it took me out from this hedgerow. And they thought the medics should find me by 10 o'clock. Well, nobody ever showed up. And tracer bullets went over all night. I thought they'd have hit me if I'd held my hands up, but maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But anyhow, I prayed all night. I was so glad I was raised in a Christian family.